Donald Trump did a little fly-in to Mexico, and I think you probably saw what he did. He has been talking nonstop since the beginning of this campaign. We're going to build a wall. We're going to make Mexico pay for it. But when he sat down and he looked President Peña Nieto in the eye, he didn't have the guts to bring that up. And then he flew back, and boy, when he got back here, it was like, we're going to make Mexico do this. He was like all fired up. But when he had the chance to sit down and look the other leader in the eye, it was like he choked, he caved, he lost his confidence, he lost his will.
The United States, first, second, and third generation Mexicans are just beyond reproach. Spectacular, spectacular, hardworking people. We all share a common interest in keeping our hemisphere safe, prosperous, and free. Keep manufacturing wealth in our hemisphere. We didn't discuss who pays for the wall. We didn't discuss. Number one, are you ready? Are you ready? We will build a great wall along the southern border, and Mexico will pay for the wall. They don't know it yet, but they're going to pay for the wall. Number two, we are going to end catch and release. We catch them? Oh, go ahead. We catch them? Go ahead. 2 million people, criminal aliens. We will begin moving them out day one. As soon as I take office, day one. My first hour in office, those people are gone. And you can call it deported if you want. The press doesn't like that term. You can call it whatever the hell you want. They're gone. We are going to triple the number of ICE deportation officers. Within ICE, I am going to create a new special deportation task force focused on identifying and quickly removing the most dangerous criminal illegal immigrants in America who have evaded justice, just like Hillary Clinton has evaded justice, okay?
And today came word that members of Trump's National Hispanic Advisory Council are resigning. One of them, Jacob Monti, telling Politico, "I was a strong supporter of Donald Trump when I believed he was going to address the immigration problem realistically and compassionately. What I heard today was not realistic and not compassionate." And joining me now is Steve Cortez, part of Trump's National Hispanic Advisory Council and a Trump surrogate. All right, Steve, you are Hispanic. Steve, are you comfortable with that term illegals? That is a pejorative to a lot of people. Why do you use that term?
You know why, Joy? Because words matter, okay?
Yeah, they do.
And because if you do something that is against the law, it's illegal. If you go into a store and you shoplift, you're not an undocumented holder of a good. You're a thief. If you come to the United States against the immigration laws of the United States, you're not undocumented, you're illegal.
Do you consider a child, hold on a second, first of all, do you consider a child who was brought into this country, the people who are eligible for DACA, who were children when they came here, you would label that person essentially the equivalent of a shoplifter or a thief?
No, because they had no choice in the matter. No, I did not. I did not say that at all.
So you don't think you wouldn't call a child eligible for DACA and illegal? You wouldn't use that term with that child?
I would not, because they didn't have a choice. A shoplifter has a choice. An illegal alien has a choice. A child did not have a choice.
That's fascinating that you, as a person of color, would use that term. All right, well, let me just give you a couple other people who are definitely resigning. Alfonso Aguilar, who is at least as fervent a Trump supporter once he switched over as you are, he said that he felt that Donald Trump used conservative Hispanics as props. He and others who are leaving, Mr. Monti has said the same thing. They essentially said that they felt used, that they went and sat in front of Donald Trump. He told them one thing, and then he went out last night and did something completely different. You said that you didn't agree with all the things that he said last night. Point out 2 or 3 of the things that you did not like.
Joy, listen, I would have a softer tone on illegals. All right, and I'm not speaking on behalf.
Can you do me a
Hold
favor,
on.
Steve? Just while you're talking to me, can you not use that terminology? But go on.
No, I will not do you that favor because
interesting.
the
All right.
English language matters.
Yeah,
it
it
matters
does.
that we use terms
It does.
that are
My last question.
illegal. They're
Wow.
here illegally.
My
we
last
can't get
question.
over that.
My last question. Fascinating.
My father came here legally.
Yeah, my
Millions
parents
of
came here
Hispanics
into this country
came
as
here
immigrants too, Steve.
legally. So no,
you know
I'm
what?
not
My
going
parents
to agree
came
to
here
your
too.
terms
So congratulations
and
on that.
code words. That's absurd.
You just used a code word. And let's go one last question. I'm going to see if you can do it without, upsetting and disturbing and offending lots of people who are listening. Why is it that Donald Trump, if he feels so strongly about Mexico building his wall, why didn't he, let's take Tim Kaine's criticism, why didn't he have the guts to say that to Mexican President Enrique Peña Nieto's face?
Joy, I'm glad you asked that question because I have a great answer, I think. I think it's because he's a very decent and polite person. This is the first time, to my knowledge at least, that they've met. It's certainly the first time they met in this setting as a almost quasi-state visit. And you don't go as the invitee of the host and immediately get into every single detail, particularly nettlesome details, like who's going to pay for the wall. They are getting to know each other.
And by the way, Steve, the president of Mexico has said repeatedly now, including on Twitter, that they did bring it up and that he told Donald Trump personally that Mexico would not and would never pay for any wall. So it did come up. Enrique Peña Nieto says he brought it up. So Donald Trump is either not telling the truth about the conversation they had, or he didn't have the courage to respond to the president of Mexico that he is going to try to make him pay for the wall, Mexico pay.
I think the idea that Donald Trump is scared of confronting anyone is pretty absurd. He is not scared of anyone or anything. But I think what he did do is show incredible statesmanship. He acted extremely presidential, and he showed great decorum. You don't go down there to Mexico City and lecture them in your very first meeting.
You
now,
just do it when
issues?
you're in front of
Absolutely.
your crowd. Yeah. All right. Well, that's a very interesting way to conduct yourself. Steve Cortes, thank you very much.